الكرتون رايقة، بس بجد كنت ألعب تحت الكوابيس على أساس إني أنفذ لعبة مهمات بسيطة ثانوية بسيطة مش كتير، 3 مهمات وجمعت المفاتيح، جمعت حجارة القمر، مش كلها طبعا بس اللي بتكفيني عشان أفتح الصناديق. واكتشفت طريقة لفتح الصناديق بتاعت الألغاز. طلعت الغلط فيا إني كنت أحسب من رقم 1، هو مش لازم أحسب من رقم 1، لازم أحسب من رقم 0. الصفر صار له قيمة مع هاي اللعبة، بس مش مهم المهم إنه مشيت فيها للعبة. بس لسه المهمات الثانوية ما مشيت فيهم طبعا، كل هدول ما خلصوا. إيه صحيح. يلا خلينا نشوف شو بنقدر نسوي. نسيت أجيب الهدول. بدي أروح مشي أساس إني أصيد ألملم أشياء، أكل وشرب أشياء عشان تسوي جرع. كم جرعة معي؟ 6 جرع. لا 6 جرع لمهمة رئيسية مناح. ليفلي عالي، ليفل عالي، يعني ليفلي 25 هلا. في صوت غريب. بطة دجاجة. فيلا دعونا نعرفكم أيها الأصحاب، نحن في مية. هي أشوف معاي أشياء ممكن تفيدني. بنروح على المخزون ونروح على المعدات اللي هي هاي. بدي أجيب من الفطر عشان أسوي جرعة الدواء. فطر هلا عندي هاي لا عندي هاي الريحان، مناحة الريحان. شوف هون، شوفي هدول خلصتهم تقريبا خلصتهم. شوف هدول حجارة القمر معي 4. ما بعرف شو راح أسوي فيهم حجارة القمر بعد ما البروفيسور أخذهم، بس هينا بنلم. ورانا إشي ما ورانا إشي.
Welcome to the Og's Head. Any empty seat is yours.
Revelio.
يا هلا. إيه صحيح، خليني أروح أبيع الأواعي اللي معي اللي ما بدي إياها أحسن بصراحة، بعدين برجع. فينا أقرب إشي بعد أقرب إشي. بلكي لقيت عنده تعاويذ بتفيدني. أظن اشتريت كل أنواع التعاويذ.
Hello there, come on in.
يلا.
Plenty to look at here.
خلينا نبيعك أول. بيع. اكتشفت إنه هذا 60، هذا 90، والبنفسجي 120، وفي 200 الذهبي. خلينا نبيعه، ما فيدناش، وهذا يفيدناش يعني صحيح مش فاتحينه بس فيدناش. خلينا نشوف شو في عنده. بيع تعويذة معالف الوحوش، بعدين نشوفها تعويذة صندوق وحوش، تعويذة محطة تقطيع.
Nothing like finding just the right thing, is there? Nothing like finding just the right thing, is there? Let me know if there's anything else I can do to help.
لا شكرا لك. خلينا نرجع لهناك. هدولاك بيفيدوني، هلا بفرجيكم بإيش بيفيدوا، بس خليني أخلص من هذه المرحلة.
What do we have here? A demiguise.
Can I help you with something?
Hello, Lodgok. Serona said I might find you here.
She did she? Did she send you with news?
No, actually, I wanted to speak with you. It's about Ranrock.
Now I remember. The 3 broomsticks. Day of the troll attack. You're the student he's after.
I am, and I need to know what he and his loyalists are up to, so I can stay a step ahead.
Let's say I did know. Why should I trust you?
لأنك مجبور.
Serona trusts me, and she said she thought our interests may be aligned.
Well, if Serona trusts you, very well. I may know of something that could help us both. A way to get Ranrock to confide his plans to me.
I'm listening.
Years ago, a heinous witch stole a sacred goblin relic. Rumor has it that it now rests in her sarcophagus, in a tomb accessible only by wizard kind. Ranrock and I had a falling out a while back. The relic could well repair the chasm between us.
Very well. I'll retrieve the relic if you promise to share Ranrock's plans with me.
We will have to trust each other. I, that you will not abscond with the relic, and you, that I'll share what I learn. Gather whatever supplies you may need, and meet me near the witch's tomb.
اوكي ممتاز. هلا منا نحاول قدر المستطاع نجيب هذا. معيش الفطر هذا كتير مهم، فخليني اروح عند استنى شوي. راح اروح هون. ممكن يكون متجر ما بين يمكن يكون عنده المادة اللي بدي اياها.
Welcome. Do let me know if I can be of any assistance at all.
يس بدي هاد.
A wise decision. Thank you.
خلصناها. قلنا ايش تاني؟ هاي 100. نروح على الغرفة هلا المفاضلة بتاعتنا عشان نسوي الجرعات اللي بدنا اياها. جبنا 5 يعني 5 جرعات. خريطة هوجورتس، الغرف السرية، الغرفة هاي، وبدي افرجيكم بالضبط انا شو اشتريت. بما انه احنا قاعدين ودخلنا يا هلا. طبعا امبارح سويت ديكوريشن بالغرفة، ما تسألوني ايش هذا، صرفت حجارة القمر تاعون يعني. هلا هون هاي جبت 3 انه يسوي 3 مع بعض. هاي 1 وهاي 2 وهاي 3. مش كيف بدي اسوي كمان 1 بس مش هسه.
Dick thinks you should be proud of all the potions you've brewed.
تعال هلا بدي اللهم صل على سيدنا محمد نشيل الجرع. لا مش هيك، أنا دايما خربط هيك. بدي اشيل هاي البفة، وبدي هاي وهاي لا مش ضروري. هلا هون هاي 3 صح، هاي خلصنا منها. خلينا نهاد ونشيل بف. هيك معاينة. خلاص فرجينا. خلاص هاي أخذنا 2. إن شاء الله يكون معي حجارة قمر. وهاي لا بدناش إياها، هاي معاينة نشيلها برضو. هلا بدنا نبني الجديد اللي هو هون. الجديد هون اللي هي قصيص صغير قوطي. لا هاي قصيص قوطي من 5 أصفار. معناش حجارة قمر. معناش حجارة قمر. كيف بدنا نجيب حجارة قمر؟ بدنا ندمر اشي من اللي سويناه. يا صديقي راح ادمرك لانك اغلى اشي. 4. هاي 10 خلاص يلا نسويهم بعدين. أهم شي نسوي هاد قصيص حجارة القمر، هاد ثلاثي بس. هاي 5 بزع 5 مرة واحدة. خليهم هون قريبة هيك. أيوة هون بنسوي ريحان أرض، وهون ريحان أرض، وهون اللي هو مسبس، وهون نبات المنديك، وهون هاي خلصنا هدول. ممتاز. الريحان بستخدمهم كثير. هاي عندي اياها كمان. هاي لا، في شغلة بدي اسويها. استنى شوي، احنا استنى شوي. الوردات الروح الكبير هيو. هاي قصيص كبير. هاي بس ما عندنا حجارة قمر، فانا شو بدي اروح اجيب حجارة قمر. هيك خلصنا. خلينا كمان نجيب 3. بطل معي 3 2. نفتح هدول. يا سلام ممتاز. هاي كمان معنا اشياء كثيرة. يا قلبي يا كتاكت. يلا نشوف. اول شي النظارة. النظارة في هاي 74. هاي احسن. في طاقية هاي لسه 81 بس كبير ليفلها. وهاي 74. هاي 78. رح ناخذ هاي. اعتقد الوشاح بالبق لللبسة اللي بنلبسها، بس خلينا نتأكد من اللبسة. هذا في اشي؟ لا، بس خلينا نغير اللبسة. انه ربحت هاي. اشوف مع الوشاح كيف شكلها. مع اللبسة مرتبة، بس مع الوشاح مش مرتبة بصراحة. خلينا نغير لون الوشاح أخضر. لا بنفسجي. لا لا، ممكن ده. ممكن ده. مرتب طالع. النظارة أكيد لا، راح نغير النظارة. نشوف شو في نظارات حلوات. والله أنا بحبها هاي النظارة هيك، مبينة هيك مسكفة وحلوة وبنت عالم وناس. شوف في إيش تاني. في هاي بصراحة أكثر نظارتين بحبها. هاي لا بصراحة أول مرة بشوفها. يون حلوة يعني. هاي كيف عرفت أنني معطوب؟ يا عين القطة. لا 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 لا، هي نظارات هاري بوتر هدولا، بس لا مش حلوات. خلينا ناخذ هاي. شكل منيح فيها، شكل منيح مرتب ما شاء الله علي. شوف الطاقية. لا طيب لا 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 لا. ترى هاي مناسبة، بس لا خلينا كعكتي. المخزون نشوف شو عندنا. مخزون ممتاز، عشان طريقنا كمان بلكي لقينا أحجار قمر ولقينا أشياء تانية. هاي ناخذ اللي جمعناه. داخلين على مهمة. احنا بالإعداد يعني ماكلين هوا. خريطة العالم. تعال هنا. بدنا نشوفه هون. فأقرب اشي اللي هي قرية هوجوست. مش قرية هوجوست، خريطة هوجمست راح نحط هون. أقرب اشي لنا هذا. يلا فهيا بنا. هيا بنا يا أصدقاء. هلا مهمتنا إذا لقينا الفطر الأزرق وهذا أظن رح نلاقيه لأنه دايما عند شو اسمه، احكي لي معي. خلينا نسوي شوي. رح نحط هاي موجودة، رح نحط هاي أكيد، ونحط ممكن هاي. بدنا نشوف إذا في إشي تاني. نشوف الخريطة الثانية. نار. مناح.
Lower Hogsfield won't miss that encampment of Ramrock's loyalists.
لمينا كل شيء. أهلين خيي. يلا.
Good. There's no time to lose.
ما راح نضيع شيء. يلا.
What precisely is the relic I'm to retrieve?
A valuable heirloom known as the Helmet of Urtkot. The witch considered herself a collector and purchased the helmet as a trinket. She cared not what pain she caused the goblins. Goblins believe that the rightful owner of any object is its maker, not its purchaser.
Wizard kind sees things differently. It's a wonder goblins and wizards have ever been able to work together.
The differences between our kinds are myriad.
They seem to be.
It may surprise you to know that I do not believe those differences always to be insurmountable. It is the reason I find myself traveling with you to this tomb today.
Revelio.
هاي بعدها أسويها بس بديش أسويها بشوف على الأقل. هاي حجرة القمر. يلا امشي. يلا الحمد لله اني بلاقي حجرة القمر.
Revelio.
ما تمشي يا زلمة، تمشي وعمياتك.
And there it is, the witch's tomb.
Dreadful looking place, isn't it?
I wish you luck retrieving the helmet. As a wand carrier, you should have an advantage. Now, before you set off, do you have any questions?
What about this helmet makes it so special?
The Helmet of Urtkot is an ancient and storied relic, forged during a time of unity among the goblin clans. It inspired greatness, that is, until it was no longer ours. Then it became something else. A symbol of what has been lost, of all that wizard kind has taken from us. Reclaiming it would mean a great deal to goblin kind, and to Ranrock. He would be grateful to me should I return it.
It seems Ranrock and Rookwood are conspiring. Why would that be?
I had heard this. When the dark-hearted conspire, they seldom make their full intentions clear to one another. I can only speculate, but I imagine their alliance is uneasy and quite fragile. Let us hope that ours is less so.
Don't suppose you have any idea what could be waiting for me inside the tomb?
Considering a dark witch was involved, I suppose there's a chance you may encounter the Dark Protectors, known as Inferi. The foul creatures thrive on darkness and the cold. Vanquish them with light, force, and, most effectively, fire.
It all seems clear to me now that we're here.
I do hope our alliance proves fruitful. Again, I wish you luck. I will remain here, eagerly awaiting your return. Please, be careful.
Lumos. Revelio. Lumos. Lumos. Revelio. It's sealed. Lumos. Moths. Curious. Protego. Lumos. Revelio. Lumos. Protego. Lumos. Revelio. Lumos. Protego. Revelio. Merlin's beard. Lumos. Lumos. This can't be the witch's tomb. Likely I need to go further. Protego. Lumos. 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 Protego. Lumos. I have a feeling I'm not alone here. Lumos. Revelio. Lumos. Protego! Lumos. If I could power it somehow, it looks like it could be rotated. Protego! Wingardium Leviosa. This has a moth imprinted on it, the same as the door. Arresting momentum. Leviosa. Accio. Lumos. Lumos. Protego. Accio. Lumos. Protego. Leviosa. Accio. Lumos. Lumos. Protego. Lumos. Lumos. Accio. Leviosa. Arresting momentum. Lumos. Protego. Lumos. Revelio. What's that hanging there? Looks precarious. Revelio. Wingardium Leviosa. Down I go. No other way. Wingardium Leviosa. Confringo. Expelliarmus. Incendio. Findo. Pulso. Accio. Revelio. Incendio. Confringo. I need to get that platform closer, but how? Revelio. Wingardium Leviosa. Accio. Wingardium Leviosa. Perhaps Accio would help. Revelio. Accio. Revelio. 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 Lumos.
Incendio!
Lumos. 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 This looks even more complex.
Potato.
Lumos. Lumos. Revelio. Lumos. 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 Revelio. Making this spin ought to raise that platform. That must be it. Lumos. Revelio. Lumos. Revelio. Lumos.
Potato.
The witch's final resting place. Lord Gog said the helmet was in her sarcophagus. A dead Ashwinder. Your compatriots must have made off with the helmet. Lodgok won't like this. Better show this to Lodgok.
Revelio.
There must be some sort of mechanism for this doorway. Lodgok, the sarcophagus has been raided. I found no helmet, only a dead Ashwinder.
Damn! They got here first. We need to get it before Rookwood uses it to further ingratiate himself to Ranrock. I saw one of their campsites not far from here, but I fear you must go in alone. My fighting days are behind me.
I'll head there now.
Good. There's no time to lose. Get to that helmet before Rookwood does, or we will lose our chance at any leverage, no matter how small, with Ranrock. To think those wretched thieves have their hands on such a relic.
This place has seen better days. There they are, the Ashwinders.
Gotcha! I'm just warming up. Incendio! Aha! Back for more. Knew you were still hanging about. That's mine! Hardly felt
Revelio.
That's it.
This is for Rookwood!
no more happy days for you.
I'll watch the light go out of your eyes.
Incendio!
To your knees.
Further next time!
No!
I retrieved the helmet from the Ashwinders.
Well done. This is sure to impress Ranrock. The helmet shines even more brightly than I imagined. The etchings, the contour of the profile. Remarkable.
It looks stunning, Lodgok. I see why you wanted it back.
You did the thieves a service by recovering it. I know many a goblin who would have killed for it.
Huh, then I'm glad to be rid of it myself.
Thank you. This should earn Ranrock's trust. I will take it to him immediately. It may distract him from his search.
His search?
It is merely an inkling. You have impressed me greatly, friend. I am glad that I trusted you. We shall speak soon. Best to keep our arrangement quiet for now. Many will not believe that our aims might possibly be aligned.
Revelio.
I wonder if you might stop by the Three Broomsticks when you can. I would like your help with something.
As I mentioned, my sister Anne misses Hogwarts, and she hasn't been herself lately. I'd like to take you up on your promise to visit her with me. I'm heading to Feldcroft soon, so I'll look forward to seeing you there. It's just south of Hogwarts. By the way, hope you're faring well with the blasting curse. It's still one of my favorites.
Now that you've attended Beasts class, I've asked Deke to assist you in using the room to further your studies in that regard. Please meet him there when you can.
I've not heard from my Uncle Roland in quite some time. I've been beside myself with worry. Could you meet me in the courtyard?
Deke?
Ah, Deke is so happy to see you. Deke noticed this bag in the room the other day. You must need it to help with your schoolwork. Deke has seen one of these before. Deke calls it a knapsack. Perfect for gathering and transporting beasts. Pleasant little breeze.
I have been thinking about something Professor Howin said in Beasts class, that I should study as many beasts as I can, on my own time. She also mentioned that poachers have been active in the area, so perhaps the beasts will be safer with us than out there on their own.
Precisely what Deke was thinking. You see, the room knew exactly what you needed, and luckily, Deke can show you how to best use the knapsack and where. Come along, then. Our first stop will be beyond the castle grounds. We can leave now, or you can come and find Deke when you're ready to go.
I'm ready to learn how to use the knapsack.
Perfect! Deke loves an outing. was a dark time in Deke's life. Deke found himself in service of the cruelest wizard he ever met. A nasty poacher. Deke hated working for him. He did horrible things to beautiful beasts. Oh. It was during those days that Deke first saw a knapsack. It'll be nice to see one used for good. We have arrived. Deke enjoys coming here to watch the beasts, especially the puffle of puffskeins nearby. It will be nice to keep them safe. All you will need to do is get close, direct the open knapsack toward the puffskein, and in it'll go.
All right.
Deke thinks you should be proud of all the potions you've brewed. You got one!
Revelio. Everything's all right now. I managed to rescue a puffskein.
You can rescue as many as the knapsack will hold. Poachers capture puffskeins and, well, Deke isn't sure what they do with them. Deke is certain they will be safer with you. Now, not all beasts will be as simple to rescue as a puffskein. Deke suggests you next find a beast that can fly. A jobberknoll, perhaps.
All right. Where would I find one?
Deke knows of some to the west, nesting in a large tree overlooking Hogwarts. But we must be careful. Deke has seen poachers in the area recently. Deke will meet you there whenever you're ready.
Hello, Deke. Shall we continue?
Oh, good. Deke was worried about you, what with all the poachers in the area. Perhaps we should work quickly. The jobberknolls are just here, in this large tree. If it's helpful, Deke has seen Levioso used to slow flying beasts. Easier to get in close and use the knapsack.
What if I can't find any beasts in their usual habitat?
Beasts won't stray too far from their homes. Look nearby or simply wait a moment, and they should return.
Do you have any advice on how I can rescue more elusive beasts?
Levioso is not only helpful when rescuing flying beasts, it can also help rescue beasts that are generally hard to catch. Try using that spell the next time you encounter a small or otherwise elusive beast.
Would you mind talking a bit more about what it was like working for your former master?
Deke's master was not kind to beasts, or to Deke. He saw beasts only as a source of income, to be used for potion ingredients and labor, and Deke will not say more. But Deke is grateful to be at Hogwarts, where he can help care for beasts and make amends for the things his master made him do.
Then I shall go and rescue a jobberknoll.
Good luck. Deke will be waiting.
خليني أضبط بس التعويض منها هاي. أرمينس لا هي الفيلوتوس هاي.
I'll look after you.
هاي أخذت اثنين. طيب هل بقدر قالوا لي في جائزة إني
I rescued a
أجوز.
Jobberknoll.
Deke hopes your Jobberknoll finds the knapsack nice and cozy. Poachers want them for their feathers and are not kind when they gather them.
Are there any other beasts nearby?
Just one that Deke knows of, a herd of moon calves. They live in a clearing of trees up this footpath. Deke will see you there.
يلا.
Hello, Deke. Is this the clearing you mentioned?
It is. Moon calves gather near the large tree with the spiral pattern in front, but only under the light of the moon. So, unfortunately, unless you have a way to hasten time, you might sometimes have to wait until nightfall to see them.
I shall go and find a moon calf then.
Deke will be waiting for your return.
عشان أعلمكم كيف بتحط R3 بصير مساء. سهلة.
Settle yourself. I mean you no harm.
صار بدي واحد تاني.
You don't need to be difficult. I mean you no harm.
إيه علينا. الدراسة. تعال أيوة. حيوان أنقذته. أنا باخذ اثنين. ليش باخذ اثنين؟ عشان إذا كان ذكر وأنثى، عشان نلقحهم وهيك أشياء. في لونين. استنى الفروسة. أيوة. هاي صار معي ثلاثة. في ألوان ثانية بس لا خلاص.
I'm not going to hurt you.
يلا خلينا نشوف شو بيحكي لي تم. هم هذول الثلاثة اللي هون. يلا.
It was a bit trickier than the others, but I have a moon calf now.
Another beast, safe and sound. Shame we didn't see the moon calves dancing. It's a marvelous sight. Deke supposes you're finished here. He'll be able to rescue many more beasts, but for now, let's bring the ones you've gathered back to the room.
All right.
Deke will meet you back in the room whenever you're ready.
روح على الغرفة. خريطة هوجورتس. الغرفة السرية. إن شاء الله يفتحوا لنا مكان تاني.
There you are. Now, we need to show the beast you rescued, then you home. But, not enough room to let them out here. Imagine all those beasts running amok. That wouldn't do at all. Perhaps if you focus on what your beasts need, the room will provide.
عصفت. إيش هاد؟
What exactly did you think of?
أكاد يا ألطف الله. أوكي حلو حلو حلو. I like it.
But what is it?
Deke isn't sure. Only one way to find out.
يلا ندخل.
Meet you inside when you're ready.
واو يا ألطف الله بأحلاها.
Look at this. It's amazing.
Where are we, Deke?
It seems to be a place for your beasts to live, a vivarium of some sort. Oh, your beasts will be quite comfortable here. They'll live healthy, safe lives. Perhaps you want to release them, let them see their new home.
طب هاي أروح. نشوف هاي. ذكر 2 صقور 2 صقور. ذكر ذكر. الحمد لله. اوكي طب ليش بس هدول اللي حوله.
Deke thinks the vivarium will be a fitting new home for your beasts.
Indeed. I only hope we'll have enough space for all of them.
Deke hopes so too. But if you do run out of room, Madam Peck at Brood and Peck in Hogsmeade will help to find safe homes for them.
Any beasts the room can't hold?
Yes, she's well known for helping to care for beasts in need, and she'll give you a fair price for them. Speaking of care, beasts that are well fed and groomed will provide you with valuable magical materials, such as puffskein hair, for example. If you gather some magical materials from your beasts, Deke can show you how to use them.
Very well. I shall let you know when I have some.
اوكي هلا عندي انا كتير ذكورة، عندي كتير انوثة. واحدة انوثة والباقي كله ذكورة. فانا شو راح اسوي؟ راح اسوي هون الاكل هيك والهاي هاي هيك هاي. يلا هيك نمشطها ونطعميها. وهاي اكلتي انتي يا هبلة؟ لا. ممتاز. هاي عشان كمان يجهزوا لي اشياء. برافو عليكي. تعال وين الريش؟ وين الطير؟ هاي هوناك. في حجارة قمر هون. واو. تعال. بس ياكل. معك الريشة؟ ممتاز.
Revelio.
ممتاز ممتاز. اعتقد خلينا نسوي هاد. شو بدنا نسوي؟ هاد ذكر وهاد ذكر. خلينا ننزل هاد بس. تعال انت. راح اسوي من كل اثنين نفس جنسين مختلفين عشان يخلفوا. والباقي ابيعه. او هو مش ابيعه، اعطيها هذيك بتاعت المحمية انه احنا محترمين.
I've collected some magical materials, Deke.
Now, Deke can show you how to use them. First, you'll need to use this spellcraft to conjure an enchanted loom.
An enchanted loom?
Exactly. It will allow you to use your magical materials to weave magic into the very threads of your clothing, making your clothing more useful in a variety of ways. Why don't you try it? Deke thinks you'll be impressed with what the loom can do.
I'll go and experiment with the loom now.
Yeah. راح احط النول هون. هاي هون. وين النول؟ هاي النول. اعتقد هذا الابيض حلو. اخضر لا، بنفسجي. الاصفر هو بصراحة احلى اشي الازرق. ايش في هون؟ تعال هون شوف ايش تاني عشان صفات. هاي بتسوي لنا اشياء. اوكي قبول. ممتاز، شكرا لك. شوف اذا بنقدر نسوي شي هون. لا هاي اللي لابسيته هون. فرجوني اللي لابسيته. لا ما عندي. هاي ما عندي. ما عندي. خلاص خلينا نتأكد من اللبس.
And what did you ask me to do with my magical materials?
Use the spellcraft to conjure an enchanted loom. Then you'll be able to weave your magical materials into your clothing. Come back to Deke once you've enhanced a piece of clothing.
طب ما انا عززت. لسه نخلص. طافت سمة. طيب كيف أصير سمة؟ هاي قطعة الملابس اللي أنا لبستها. هاي اللي هي هون. لا مش هاي، اللي هي الروب. هاي طب شو هاي هي. اوكي راح اسوي الحاق الضرب. ياب
That came out nicely. I should show Deke. I used the enchanted loom, Deke.
Wonderful.
Will I be able to weave even more powerful magic into my clothing with the loom?
You will, by rescuing even more powerful beasts. For now, however, Deke suggests you explore the vivarium and get to know the beasts you've already rescued.
Can I use the loom to enhance any item of clothing?
The loom will only enhance clothing of a certain quality. Deke suspects you'll find more valuable clothing as you explore. Deke also knows that some of the shops in Hogsmeade can provide you with a variety of clothing for you to enhance.
Thank you for your help, Deke. Revelio.
ما بقدر اقعد هون. ليش انا حطيتها؟ طيب يلا ما عليه ما عليه. في اشياء بسيطة. حلو حلو. مساحة مش كتير كبيرة بس حلوة حلوة حلوة. خليني اجيب معلف لإلهم عشان يضلهم ياكلوا، وبدي اجيب لهم شو غير المعلف. خليني اتأكد. اروان الأنثى الوحيدة. منا حظيرة معلف وحوش اللي هي، ومنا صندوق راح نجيب حظيرة تزاوج ومعلف وحوش وصندوق وحوش. أعتقد راح نلاقيه بتاع الوحوش هذا. بس يلا خلينا نطلع. وين الباب؟ أيوه قديش احنا صغار.
Thinks you should be proud of the potions you've brewed.
Thank you, Dick. وهون هاد 6 ثواني بعطينا حجر قمر. هذا شو اسمه؟ اللهم صل على سيدنا محمد. بيسوي اشياء من فراغ. وين علم. المهام نشوف مهمة جديدة. ولا نروح على هاد الخريطة نشوف مهام. خلينا نشوف المهام. شوفي شو طالبين منا الأساتذة. تحدث يسيرون في حانة تصير مقشرة. هون تحدث إلى إيدي أوكس. طبعا هداك ضحك علينا. نقابل سباستيان. خلينا نقابل سباستيان بعدين بنرجع لسيرونا والأشياء هدول، أنهم هدول بيفتحوا لنا مهمات جديدة. خريطة العالم أعتقد هون أنا فتحيتها للمنطقة.
Wonder who lives here.
سباستيان أين بك؟
You made it.
لازم جاية عندكم ضيفة وانت بتنيمني بالعراء.
Enjoying the view?
Keeping an eye on things. Feldcroft isn't what it used to be. No one has felt safe here since Ranrock's loyalists took a peculiar interest in that castle over there. Rookwood Castle. My uncle Solomon is a former Auror and refuses to look into it, even after Anne was cursed by one of them. Possibly with a wand, no less.
I heard a goblin refer to wizard kind as wand carriers. Are goblins forbidden from carrying wands?
Precisely. That's why I'm on the hunt for answers. If I'm to cure her, I need to understand what happened to her. Anne was always the most mischievous of the three of us. Which is saying something, knowing me and Ominous. I'm hoping a surprise visit from me and a new friend from Hogwarts will help lift her spirits. Bring back the Anne I used to know. Come on. I'll take you to my uncle's. This way. Feldcroft used to be a lot livelier. With Ranrock's lot wandering about all the time, everyone stays out of sight. Here we are. My sister should be just inside.
Aha!
Sebastian, where did you... Is that what I think it is?
We've been over this, boy.
Hey.
Shrivelfigs cannot reverse a curse. Nothing can. The sooner you accept that reality, the better.
But we haven't tried everything.
There is no cure! When will you accept that?
Never. I can never accept it.
Now look what you've done.
I'm sorry.
Leave.
I'm sorry you had to see that. If you don't mind, I just need a moment alone.
لا عادي خالك
Poor
معه.
Sebastian. Not the visit he'd hoped for.
That boy will fray my last nerve.
Excuse me, Mr. Sallow.
Oh, yes, Sebastian's friend. I apologize on behalf of my nephew. He doesn't know when to stop. He thinks he can help Anne, but nothing can be done for her.
I'm so sorry. I understand you've tried everyone from Nurse Blaney to St. Mungo's to no avail.
We have. My nephew thinks he knows better than the healers.
Perhaps the healers don't know everything, sir. Sebastian is single-mindedly focused on finding a way to help his sister. If there is a cure, he will find it.
Your faith in Sebastian is misplaced. Some sort of dark magic cursed Anne, and the goblins aren't likely to explain themselves anytime soon. Giving her hope is cruel. The only thing to do now is keep Anne comfortable and stay out of the Loyalists' way.
With all due respect, sir, hope could keep Anne's spirits up.
You may mean well, but I know what's best for Anne and Sebastian. They are my stubborn brother's children. Especially Sebastian. If you really want to be of help, you'll make sure Sebastian does what he should do, not what he wants to do. He's no idea the harm he could do if he doesn't stop. I hope you'll remember what I've said. Good day.
أهلا وسهلا تحدثي مع أنا.
I'm sorry about earlier. Those bouts of pain are difficult to bear.
Are you all right, Anne? I didn't mean to intrude.
You didn't. Truly. And I'm all right. The pain from this curse comes in bouts, and often suddenly. It's not anyone's fault. It's nice to meet you, by the way. You must be the new 5th year Sebastian told me about.
I am. Sebastian and I met my first day at Hogwarts, in the Slytherin common room.
Oh, the common room. I adored teasing first years about spotting mermaids through the window. I do miss Hogwarts, but I wouldn't mind being in Feldcroft really if it wasn't so dreary now. Between the goblins at the castle and my uncle fighting with Sebastian whenever he's home, it's not the cozy retreat it once was.
Sebastian mentioned something about your uncle being an ex-Aura, but refusing to go after Ranrock's loyalists. I must say, I wasn't prepared for him to be as angry as he was.
Uncle Solomon is frustrated by what happened to me, and by Sebastian for thinking he can fix it. They both mean well, I know they do, but my uncle is right. This curse cannot be undone.
لا يوجد شيء لا نستطيع إزالته.
Sebastian cannot take away my pain. Perhaps you can help him to understand that.
I'm afraid it's really up to Sebastian, and his mind seems to be made up.
I can only hope he realizes the futility of his search for a cure soon. I'm getting tired. I should probably rest. Thank you for stopping by. I wish you well.
I ought to see how Sebastian's faring.
قولوا يا رب إني أقدر أنقذها. Sebastian!
Why will he not listen to me? She's my sister.
How are you doing, Sebastian?
You got a first-hand glance at what I'm dealing with. I apologize for my uncle.
لا عادي ما في مشكلة.
I know he's angry, but he's only trying to do what he thinks is best for Anne.
He's always angry. He's been angry since my parents died. After Anne was hurt, he only grew worse. It's as though he blames me somehow, always calling me my father's son, as if that's an insult. I'm the one trying to help her. He's simply given up.
Both Anne and your uncle seem genuinely convinced that nothing more can be done for her.
I refuse to believe that. Anne's pain is more than physical. It has changed her entirely. I miss my sister. And I'm going to get her back. Come with me. I need to show you where it happened. Ranrock's loyalists are capable of so much more than people realize. They should not be underestimated. All the debris you'll see is from whatever's going on at that abandoned estate. They've been digging for something. Up there, on that plateau, is where they cursed Anne. This way.
يلا. مين اللي عنها لأن طيب؟
How much longer are we expected to dig through this rubble? Ranrock knows what he's doing. It's an honor to be a part of it. Only good wizards are dead
شوي. هاي. في اللي بتنزع السلاح، مين اللي بتنزع السلاح؟ هاي. اوكي، وخلينا نحط هاي وهاي هاي خلاص.
Just you wait till I'm on solid ground. You are postponing the inevitable.
أيوة.
Let's get this over with. Number of white coming back this way. You can see that? How childish. No! I will make you pay. I won't rest until you're dead. There you are. I will make you pay. I won't rest. You've made your last mistake. You're really not very good at this, are you? How not quiet enough. Is that it? No! Arrogance. Don't do that again, I beg you. I could give you for hours. Why don't you come up here and fight me? You're like you up at
Ooh.
Correct. Making this too easy.
هذول أوايا حبيبي.
This is almost too easy. Hello, pain. Move of the cow. Easily guided. Weak human. Was that your best? Your spells glance off of me. You can't stop us. As if you could best the likes of me. Farewell forever.
نحاول مرة أخرى. أكيد راح نحاول مرة أخرى. موت شنيعة بصراحة. بصراحة.
Let's get this over with. Oh, I'm a goblin, not a toy! How childish! Run, won't be stopped!
تعال. ليش نسوي هاي وهاي هون وأخيرا وليس أخيرا هون.
That was unimpressive. What do you think? That was critical. Put me down. You are what's holding me down. I won't rest until you're so very weak. Get away with that. Are you quite finished? What an unfortunate disappointment! Cinder! You've made your last mistake. I'll cut you from shoes to chapeau. Solid ground! Fringo! Help! I hate that. I won't rest. Over here! Incendio! No! Let's get this over with. Rather unwise coming back this way. That was meant for me. Why don't you come up here and fight me? I've been fighting since before you were born. Not quite. There you are. Easily diverted. You won't stop me. Not quick enough. Using this drive. Much too slow. Was that your best?
I confess, that was a bit more than I bargained for. I tried to warn you.
Revelio.
اوكي نستكشف بعدين مش فاضيين لك هلا.
Those loyalists deserved what they got.
Couldn't agree more. This is where it happened. We smelled smoke in the middle of the night. When we looked outside, flames were shooting from the estate. Before my uncle and I could stop her, Anne rushed out, racing towards the fire, worried someone had been hurt. She came face to face with a horde of goblins, frantically trying to stamp out the flames. Suddenly, an icy voice drifted out from somewhere in the smoke. Children should be seen and not heard. A blinding blast followed. They didn't even give her a chance to run.
It seems an awfully violent response to a child wandering by. What were they trying to hide?
My thoughts exactly. It may be grasping at Billywigs, but I keep thinking that there might be something here that could lead me to whoever cursed Anne. Might be the only way to learn what type of magic harmed her, which could help me find a cure.
Perhaps you're right. The Loyalists are everywhere, but they do seem to be spending a lot of time here, and it's likely they're hiding something.
And at Rookwood Castle. Shall we have a look around? They seem to have set up camp here for a specific reason. They have stations for everything.
Whose home was this?
Been abandoned long since I've lived here. Rumour was, a Hogwarts professor lived here once, centuries ago. That's all I ever heard. I've heard that goblin dig sites like these are popping up everywhere.
It's a wonder the Ministry isn't doing more. Always armed and ready for a fight, Ranrock's Loyalists.
It might be worth taking a closer look at the house itself.
Revelio. Sebastian, over here. Do you think this was damaged by the fire the night that Anne was cursed?
Could be. But it looks to me as though this was intentional.
ريبريرو نجرب ريبريرو يلا.
Prepare.
ما في.
Revelio. This well looks familiar. Sebastian, I've seen this before. The house, the well, the view.
What do you mean? When?
Give me a moment. I'll explain in a second. Sebastian, this house did belong to a Hogwarts professor, hundreds of years ago.
Who? What do you...
I found a pensive that day in the restricted section, with a memory that showed this house. There was a little girl and a drought. The keepers have shown me other memories as well. The girl became a Hogwarts professor. Her name was Isadora Morganach. She was one of the keepers.
The keepers? Like in Quidditch? And you found a pensive in the library? I'm not following you.
I realize it's a lot to take in. I'm not even sure I understand it all yet. And no, not like Quidditch. They call themselves keepers because they're protecting some type of knowledge. It all has to do with the vault at Gringotts.
Let me see if I've got this straight. You have Ranrock and Rookwood after you because of something you found at Gringotts where you ended up via a portkey. And now you've been witnessing memories left by keepers. Oh, and this house belonged to a Hogwarts professor who was one of these non-Quidditch keepers hundreds of years ago. If I didn't know you, I'd think you were pulling my leg.
It is all a bit much, isn't it? When you put it like that. The point is, we both have good reason to search this house. You for answers about what happened to Anne, and me for answers about the Keepers.
Look at this.
Someone piled this here for a reason. Is it blocking something?
Only one way to find out.
Confringo!
Huh, a stairwell.
Revelio. Lumos.
تعال نحتاج
Why
لوموس.
bother blocking a stairwell?
There might be something here worth a closer look.
They've left all of this simply strewn about. Tells me they're after something bigger.
Journal entry of Isidora's. I should hold on to this.
أكيد لازم تحتفظي فيها. أعتقد لازم تحتفظي باللي جنبها. لا. سرعتها في الهاي يا زلمة رامي ساعد أخي شفاء وأنا مجنون يوم ذلك. أوكي أعتقد الأمل. تفقد الأمل. أستطيع أن تضغط. أوكي.
Seems these journal entries are from Isidora's travels.
اوكي شو بدنا نسوي هون؟ بدنا نشيل هاي، بس كيف بدي اشيلها؟
Lumos. Revelio. Lumos. You're not going to believe this. I can see the Undercroft.
What? A daydream? Because that happens to me too.
I know it sounds strange.
Honestly, nothing you say sounds strange to me anymore.
Fair enough.
شكرا لك.
I can see the Undercroft through this stone wall, as though it's a window. This has happened before.
I'm listening.
I have a rare ability to see whispers of ancient magic.
I don't know what I was expecting you to say, but it wasn't that. I knew you weren't telling me everything. Ancient magic. What does that even mean?
I'm not entirely sure, but the Keepers have said that it's a powerful magic that should only be wielded by a select few.
And you can wield it?
No, but Fig and I think that Ranrock has somehow found a way to harness that magic's power.
Are you telling me that goblins may be wielding some sort of wizard magic?
That's what we're trying to find out. What I do know is that my ability allows me to travel through these windows I see.
Wait. We can get straight to the Undercroft from here. Ominous will be floored.
We can, but perhaps best not to tell anyone else about this for now. Even Ominous.
Understood. Well then, invisible, secret, ancient magic passageway? Here we come. I'm tempted to hold my breath. Why would the door lead us here?
Sebastian, look. Why hide a triptych here?
Seems as if something's missing.
Look, a note. Let's have a look.
Anything helpful in the note?
A rune symbol. I've seen similar symbols used by the Keepers.
I've been thinking. A keeper lived in that house centuries ago, and Ranrock and his lot have been searching there. You said that goblins may be wielding some form of this ancient magic. Do you think Anne was cursed by ancient magic?
I can't be sure, of course, but I don't think so. I didn't see any traces of it around your sister.
Very well. But that doesn't mean it's not ancient magic. There's still so much we don't know about it.
True. Perhaps this triptych will lead us to answers.
Then we'll have to unravel what this all means. But now I need to see Ominous. Don't worry, I won't tell him anything. Did I mention that, apparently, Salazar Slytherin had a secret scriptorium here, in Hogwarts?
You did not. Is it connected to our common room?
No idea. Ominous just learned of it. I'll let you know what I find out. I had no idea our visit to Cian would unfold into all of this. My head's an utter mess. But I'm glad you told me everything you did. I'll be in touch. Till then.
Meet me near the ruins of Falbaton Castle. After dark. Do not tell anyone.
Revelio.
And your reading is The Dragon. That's exciting, I suppose. Perhaps you're due for an adventure.
Ladies.
Professor Shah.
Astronomy is not divination. You won't find the mysteries of the cosmos charted out on your palms or at the bottom of your teacups. Alas, the heavens remain hazy to the starry-eyed. Now, if you were to devote yourselves to persistent and painstaking observation, you just might catch a glimpse. With that in mind, please take your telescopes. Tonight we will be on the observation deck. Still don't have your own? You can't be the new student forever, you know. You can share with Mr. Takar.
Here, I can adjust that for you.
No, bring it into focus on your own. Now, I expect all of you to put in your stargazing hours outside of class. Is that clear?
But, Professor, it's freezing out.
Mere cold didn't stop the great stargazers of the past. Look only to the astronomy tables they erected throughout the Highlands from which they gazed millennia ago on the very self-same stars above us. Is that clear? Dismissed.
Oh, hello. I'm Amit. We met in potions class. I'm happy to report that we've yet to have any explosions in this class.
Oh, hello, Amit. Nice to see you again.
Did I hear Professor Shaw say that you don't have your own telescope? I have a spare one you could borrow for the rest of term.
very kind of you, Emmett. Are you sure you won't need it?
I'm certain. It's my old one. I finally got my hands on the new Celestia Contemplar. You've heard of it, I assume? I mean, of course you have. It's only the pinnacle of all personal stargazing implements. But my old model's not too shabby either. Goblin-cut glass, first-rate optical enchantments. Hate to think such a fine instrument is just collecting dust.
Well, thank you, Emmett.
Think nothing of it. Anyway, the telescope's in the storage room right underneath us. You can't miss it. I have some, reading to finish on the lower deck. Come find me there afterwards, and bring the telescope. There's something I want to talk to you about.
This was his old telescope. Looks practically brand new.
A pristine night.
The perfect night for... Oh, hello again.
I have the telescope. It's nicer than I had expected.
I would not offer a prospective stargazer a third-rate lunoscope. But there is, something else.
Yes? What is it?
You remember those astronomy tables Shaw was going on about? It just so happens I've been reading up on them a little myself. And it seems there may be one right here at Hogwarts. I believe we could use it to find hidden constellations.
And you need someone to help you find it.
I do. Are you in? No one from the Gobstones Club will go with me. Said they'd rather get spit at by a stone than... Well, they are cowards. Let us get moving while the stars are still out. I'll show you how to use that telescope once we get there. I promise.
Oh, no need to convince me. Let's get going.
Brilliant. You won't regret it. Shall we? The table is on a castle
Lewis.
wall ahead. Look for a stone platform, something that doesn't quite belong. We'll know it when we see it. Onwards we go then. Some say the locations of the tables were originally marked by centaurs for ritual stargazing. It is nice having a fellow stargazer to explore with.
Happy to be here. It is good to leave the classroom now and then.
It's not that creepy out here at night, is it? The Gobstones Club are cowards. Here I am, charging ahead. Why don't you lead the way?
If you're sure. Amit, could I ask you something?
Oh, certainly.
Where precisely is the table we're looking for?
According to an old astronomer's chronicle I found in the library, it may be somewhere along the castle wall.
Why are you so fascinated with stars?
I suppose because there is so much to learn about them. I mean, there is plenty to learn about a lot of subjects, but astronomy seems limitless. Always something new being discovered. They are forever discovering new moons and stars. In fact, they discovered a new planet just 50 years ago.
Actually, that's all I wanted to know.
Oh, very well then.
Revelio.
A little foreboding.
Lumos. A few cobwebs and some dust. Nothing to be concerned about.
Oh, of course. It's just not as tidy as I expected.
Revelio.
More cobwebs. You don't think any spiders might be lurking about?
Oh, no. Not this close to the school limit.
The constellation should appear near the center of your view. As soon as you've lined up the telescope, we will be able to fill out our star chart. I was right about the tables. They really are gateways to the far stars, just as the book said. And your contribution was invaluable. Rest assured, you shall be credited in my memoirs one day.
Thank you, Emmett. I look forward to reading them.
And I look forward to writing them. This is only the beginning. You will find more tables like this one throughout the grounds and forest, all beckoning to be discovered by a worthy astronomer. And if I have ever seen one, it's you. Oh, and about my old telescope, don't bother returning it. You should keep it.
That's quite generous, thank you.
You are welcome. It has goblin-cut glass and a gobbledygook inscription. I'm practically fluent in gobbledygook, you know. It's all in the throat, really, gobbledygook, you know, and how you pronounce your R's. Anyway, glad our adventure was a success. I will see you soon.
Revelio.
Anything to do with the dark arts should be avoided. It's too risky.
Anything to do with Salazar Slytherin is worth the risk.
I can't agree. And I'll not say a word more. I'm sorry.
I won't give up.
What were you and Ominous speaking about?
He's being ridiculous. Apparently Salazar Slytherin had a secret scriptorium here in Hogwarts. Ominous swears it was used for the dark arts, so he wants nothing to do with it. I reminded him that Anne needs a cure. This scriptorium could hold the answers we need.
أنا بحب مهمات سبيستين.
The dark arts do pique my interest.
There's more to dark magic than people realize. The Gaunts know this. Better than most. Perhaps I've spoken out of turn. Ominous's family history is personal to him.
I'd like to know more about it, if you wouldn't mind telling me. I won't repeat it.
Very well. But do keep this between us.
أكيد.
Ominous learned dark magic from his parents.
أنا وآلاف المتابعين.
Are you familiar with the Cruciatus curse?
Crucio, correct? The Cruciatus curse, also known as the torture curse, inflicts excruciating pain on the victim.
Apparently, his parents and older siblings had no qualms about casting it on muggles for sport. Ominous described the sound of the victim's cries as horrific, so the first time he was asked to cast it himself as a child, he couldn't bring himself to do it. As punishment, his family cast it on him. The anguish was so bad that when asked to cast it again, he relented. I have repeatedly assured Ominous that he did what he had to, but he still hasn't forgiven himself.
How horrible. Poor Ominous, he was only a child. He shouldn't blame himself.
After that incident, the rift between Ominous and his family only grew. That is until I came along. Every moment he isn't at Hogwarts, he's with us in Feldcroft. Ominous trusts me. And more often than not, he winds up listening to me. I'll remind him of that when I follow up about the scriptorium. Watch for my owl. I'll have news soon enough. I'll make Ominous understand. He'll change his mind.
Glad you came.
Hello, Serona. I received your owl. How are you?
Hello, my friend. Did you ever find Lodgok?
I did, thank you. We had a good conversation. He sends you his best.
Glad to hear it. I shan't ask for details of your little chat, and I'll refrain from telling you to be careful yet again. But I hope you will be, whatever your plans.
Of course. Your owl mentioned you're needing my help with something.
I do. I thought you might be just the person to do a favour for my friend Dorothy Sprottle in Upper Hogsfield.
I've actually met Mrs. Sprottle. I recently spoke with her about her friend, Claire Beaumont.
She's lovely. Her late husband Aidan was a friend of my father's. In fact, I'd stay with Dot and Aidan the summers I waited tables here as a student. I've seen her a few times since Aidan passed, but the pub's been so busy lately, I've not been as attentive as I'd have liked. I wonder if you might pop in and see her. She may need some help collecting ingredients for her supply of Wiggenweld potion. And you could retrieve something of mine in the process. A box, full of old letters and such.
Why does Mrs. Sprottle keep a supply of Wiggenweld potion on hand?
Dot's a skilled potioneer. She's been supplying travelling vendors with Wiggenweld potion. An ordinary precaution that has, unfortunately, become a necessity, what with Ranrock's loyalists disrupting the trade routes.
Why did Mr. and Mrs. Sprottle have your box of letters after all this time?
It's one of a few that I had when I was young. Dot found it when she was clearing out a closet. Can't imagine what's in there. Probably terribly theatrical. The ramblings of a teenage witch and her friends. You're welcome to take a peek inside, if you do find it. To be honest, I'd imagine it contains some lovely memories.
I'll try to go and see her when I can.
It would mean the world to me, and to Dorothy. Aidan was bringing the box of letters to me when he was taken ill. Dot can tell you where he might have dropped it. You'll find the hamlet just north of Hogsmeade. My love.
He'll see it was a mistake, party.
Sir, is everything all right?
How kind of you to ask. The name's Ackley Barnes. And no, it is not. I'm plotting a sort of revenge against my ex-business partner, a conniving fiend by the name of Alfred Lawley. He cut me out of our herbology supply business, just as we were getting started. Said I was too volatile to work with. I'll show him volatile.
That must have been frustrating for you.
Yes, it was. Terribly. I'm simply passionate about my work. Supercilious fool. He's passionate about things too, as I intend to remind him by relieving him of his prized possession. A venomous tentacula he's grown from a seedling that was to be the keystone of our business venture. I can't get anywhere near it with Ruth Singer watching me like an augury. Lawley's doing, no doubt. But no one would suspect a student. How would you feel about committing some grand plant larceny?
Why do you need Mr. Lawley's venomous tentacula in particular?
Simple. If I have it, then Lawley doesn't. Ergo, I can launch my business, and he must start all over again. I'm killing 2 snidgets with 1 stone.
What else is in Mr. Lawley's cellar?
All of Lawley's herbology supplies. He has quite the collection. Fill your pockets while you're there. Or to slow him down for a bit. And I can get my business going minus any competition.
I'm not sure this is something a student should be doing on your behalf.
Oh, it's nothing. And he deserves it. Trust me. You'll be in and out of there in no time.
Very well. You've convinced me.
Marvelous. I know a fellow seeker of justice when I see one. Take as many herbology supplies as you like while you're in his cellar. All I ask is that you bring me the venomous tentacula. Remember, I just need that venomous tentacula.
Seems I need to find Mr. Lawley's cellar.
يلا 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 يلا.
Nice to see you again, Mrs. Sprottle. Actually, Sirona Ryan asked if I'd come and see you.
Oh, dear Sirona, a gem. Has been for as long as I've known her.
She thought you might need help collecting ingredients for your Wiggenweld potion.
And she's correct. My darling Aidan used to collect hawklumps for me. Since he died, my supply has dwindled.
I'm sorry for your loss, Mrs. Sprottle.
Oh, thank you. Love of my life. A bit lost without him. If you wouldn't mind gathering some hawklumps for me, I'd be happy to compensate you for your time.
I can certainly try and find some for you.
That would be wonderful. I'm worried about the travelling vendors and would love to get them more Wiggenweld potion.
Sirona also mentioned that Mr. Sprottle was bringing her a box of letters when he fell ill.
Indeed he was. I'd almost forgotten. I stumbled upon it just before Aidan died. He was hoping to go through it with Sirona over a butterbeer or two. Those two were always like two bow-truckers collecting hawklumps on his way to see her. He made it home, but I fear he dropped the box in the cavern. The cavern is in the hills just southwest of our hamlet. You can gather hawklumps and collect the box of letters there.
Do you remember anything about the letters you put in the box?
Oh, of course. A few letters from some of her school friends. Some nice memories. I even included a letter Sirona had written to me when she was staying with us. Thought she might enjoy reading it. I know when I read writing from my youth, I'm always astonished at how much I've changed, and yet remain the same.
Serona said she lived with you during the summers when she was at Hogwarts. What was she like?
Oh, goodness. Well, she was almost exactly like she is now. Charming, good head on her shoulders, taking care of everyone. I can't tell you the fun we had when she and her friends would visit us during the year, all buzzing about, practicing charms. Talented group. Her friend Mirabelle was a genius in the garden. Learned it all from her muggle parents, if you can believe it.
Thank you, Mrs. Spruttle.
Thank you. I'll be here if you are able to collect those hawk lumps. I and the vendors I help would greatly appreciate it.
Here's one of those tables Professor Shah mentioned.
برج الأسد. واو برج.
This must be the cavern Mrs. Spruttle mentioned.
هذا المهمات.
Better have a look around, see if I can find that box of letters. Confringo! That's at least one hawk lump. Revelio! Incendio! Confringo! Lumos. Confringo. Lumos. Getting there. Just a few more hawk lumps to harvest. Lumos. Revelio. Lumos. Either I'll have to fight that troll or avoid it altogether.
والله فرمني.
Almost there. That's all the hall clumps for now. Mrs. Sprottle should be pleased.
Revelio.
Revelio.
ولا محتاج اطلع.
Revelio.
انا بين حولها. اكروسو، بريدوسو، جويتوسو، اخر اشي ولا محتاج.
Revelio.
خلصنا هون. كل ما بحبسنا كل مكان أحسن يا جماعة الخير. هون هاي اللعبة عبارة عن إنك تجمع أدوات، أشياء بتفيدك.
Lumos. This must be Sirona's box of letters. I think that's everything. Sirona will be glad to have this back.
نشوف شوي بس أشياء.
I should find Mrs. Sprottle. She'll be glad to get these hawk lumps. I should investigate. Hello, Mrs. Sprottle. I have good news. I was able to harvest some hawk lumps for you, and I found Sirona's box of letters.
Oh, thank you. How wonderful. The travelling vendors will be thrilled to replenish their stock of Wiggenweld potion. And Sirona will be delighted to have those letters. How kind of you. Now you be careful heading back to Hogsmeade.
I should take this box of letters to Sirona. She'll be glad to have it back. Abandoned long ago, no doubt.
Revelio.
باي غبي.
Revelio.
بس الخاص من سواء أبدأ أشوف إذا فاتح له محل الوحوش، بدي أتأكد منه لأنه كان مش فاتح بصراحة المرة الماضية. سيرونا وتعرف لسرونا صوتها كبير وهو صوت الزلم. ما مش لاقيين حدا يعطي صوتها.
Hello, Serona. I have good news. I was able to provide your friend Mrs. Sprottle with some Horklumps for her Wiggenweld potion, and I found your box of letters.
Oh, thank you. I knew you were the one to ask.
I wondered about some of the letters in the box.
Of course. It appears most of the letters were from fellow students.
I saw a letter from someone named Mirabelle. Is that Professor Garlick?
It is. Still one of my dearest friends. I know she wouldn't mind you having seen that letter. She and I are of a similar mind, especially when it comes to young people. We believe experience to be an invaluable teacher. To borrow a phrase from Mirabelle, it's a joy to see anyone blossom, but particularly one who doubted they ever would.
One of the letters mentioned Quidditch practice. Did you play?
I did. Was the Ravenclaw Seeker for 3 years. Oh, Merlin's beard. I adore Quidditch. Nothing like the feeling of catching the golden snitch when your team's down by 140 points. I'll never forgive Professor Black for cancelling it this year. I missed cheering for Ravenclaw.
I spotted a letter from you to Mrs. Sprottle. You two seem to have a lot of fun together.
We do. She taught me so much during my summers with her and Aidan. I shall be the first to admit that adolescents aren't always the easiest to understand. And not everyone was as kind to me as the Sprottles. But the depth of their kindness, and that of so many of my friends, got me through... well, got me through some challenging times, to put it mildly.
I'm glad I could be of help. Mrs. Sprottle sends her best.
Don't know what I'd have done without her and Aidan. Thank you, again, for helping her, and for returning this box of letters. It's nice to reflect on good memories.
راح أسخ الوحوش بعدين نوقف البث على منطقة الوحوش. شوي هون. لا ها 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 هاي لا. منطقة الوحوش وين الوحوش كاتون وجه. لا هاي. يلا روح على منطقة الوحوش. نجيب الوحوش بعدين نوقف البث.
Mind you don't turn quick if you're stuck with a Durrical.
Hello.
Oh, welcome to Brood and Peck. I'm Ellie Peck. And before you ask, I'm out of a Braxton hair. The lot of it was bought up by a trader in Ottery St. Catchpole. Made me take it in person, they did. No care that I had to shut the shop. Apparently had a bad experience with someone shipping them hair from a Wampus cat. Must have been someone from America, no doubt, because we don't even have them here. Anyway, what are you here for? Mooncar fur? Durrical feathers? Always have trouble collecting them myself as the bird keeps disappearing. Cheeky thing. Used to carry them in the shop, Durricals. But people kept asking for their money back when they'd get home and the blasted things would be nowhere in sight.
I can imagine that would be rather frustrating.
There's worse. Trust me. Most of the suppliers of whooper feathers may as well be living in St. Mungo's. Not surprising, I suppose, the cry on those things. Oh, but such marvellous feathers. Almost worth going mad for.
Sounds like stocking your shelves comes with some hazards.
Truer words never spoken. Used to carry beasts themselves. Good business it was, but add it up to here with parents grumbling. Not my fault if the little ones caught a flea of an easel. Ooh, you should have heard them. No, best with byproducts. And I do like to make sure the beasts are safe and well cared for. Couldn't guarantee that with some of these prospective owners. Now, why don't you have a good look around? Stocks change all the time, and not just because they disappear. Always best to pop in whenever you can to get things before they run out. Which they used to literally do.
Thank you, I will.
Take all the time you need. And thank you for stopping by. A treat to have you here.
وبا شفت برام.
What do you have for sale?
I don't mind selling things for certain clients. You know where to find me. I'll not mind seeing you here again. Consider yourself welcome.
يلا باي، ما عندكيش شي بيفيدني، بس هداك خلينا اشوف قد ايه معي مصاري. عم بتبين مصاري 3000. لازم ابيع. نروح هناك بنبيعه ونشتري لنا شغلتين. اليوم نشتري اشياء تاعت الحيوانات.
Revelio.
تعال نشوف شو بنقدر ناكل. لا واو، لقد طرت. يا سلام يا سلام يا سلام يا سلام، حلو. شوف ايش تاني. شو بس بتطير.
Revelio.
ايش هاي طيب تسوي؟
Revelio.
Never knew butterflies were attracted to treasure. I must have missed that one in Beasts.
This must be it. This must be the cellar. Now, to find that venomous tentacula. Revelio. Better not let Mr. Lawley see me. Where is that venomous tentacula? They haven't taken over the whole house.
Revelio.
Now that I have the venomous tentacula, I should return to Mr. Barnes. Hello, Amora.
Completed that error?
Hello, Mr. Barnes. I have that venomous tentacula.
Wish I could see Lawley's face when he realizes his prized possession is gone. We'll see who's volatile now. Well done. I'll take it off your hands now.
It wasn't as easy to come by as I had expected. I'd like to be paid for my troubles.
Only fair, I suppose. I can respect your business acumen. Here's a little something for your next trip to Zonko's. Thank you again for your help. I suspect you have a bright future.
Revelio.
I was wondering when I'd see you again.
اها بدي ابيعك. لحد الآن زي ما عطينا أشياء بس مش واو، يعني كلها تحت المستوى المطلوب. يعني
Let me know if there's anything else I can do to
بدي
help.
أشتري علف.
Nothing like finding just the right thing, is there?
خلاص أعتقد اللي سويناه منيح.
Let me know if there's anything else I can do to help.
ما فيش شيء تساعدني عليه. شكرا لك. خليني أروح على هوجورتس على الغرف السرية. دايما الغرف السرية أحسن شيء. راح أشيل أنا هاد بصراحة ما يفيدني. لا الشجرة خليها، حلوة الشجرة.
Revelio.
لا مش هاي.
Everything's all right now.
لا مش كل شيء بخير. هان سوري اعذريني. هان المشط بالشيء. ما يضطر. معيش حجار. طيب اوكي.
Nothing to identify, for now at least.
صح. وين النول؟ هاي النول. الترقية. هاي الترقية. أعطوني 10 أحجار وخمر. ممتاز. هلا 10 لا دي كمان. هاد مهم. خليني أسوي شغلة. ممتاز. 2 بوم. ننزل بس هون.